Sema, if you're watching, we're looking for the judges this time. Bruno has been to the gym and he's looking Southport to Bedfordshire to Nuremberg. Here we are, boys.
Wise, how is this going to fit? Is it?
We could sell 675 LT roof scoops for the classic Fiat 500s everywhere in the world. One-off roll cage for a one-off build. Oh my God, what a track. Which colour do you think it should be? Centre console on our race-ready, road-legal Project Bruno. Fifth gear! I just thought of that literally live on air. This is how things happen. Welcome to the update on the Sema build Project Bruno. There's been a lot going on behind the scenes. We're going to find out where we're up to. It is May and this car needs to ship middle of August. So we have 3 months till this ships. Doesn't look like we've made a lot of progress. We're back at Dip Monkey, stay tuned. Thanks for joining us back here at Dip Monkey in Southport, and we've made quite a few moves. Furnished by Boxo Tools. Thank you for the massive tool chest cabinet. A little gift to Dip Monkey because I don't tool or wrench, so give it to them. So the bike has been totally stripped. The ECU has gone off to have the immobiliser totally removed, and while the ECU's gone, the bike engine is here. We've also been working with Cassava Trikes behind the scene. Cassava Trikes have built us a whole trike rear axle that we're going to marry to the roll cage. We're just cutting out the firewall. The car's had 2 rear quarters, most of the front end, doors have been sorted, floor. Basically this car is going to be raw and everything's going to be exposed, so it has to be Sema quality. But if you come around the front, we are working on like the look for the arches, and obviously by the end of tonight we want to be having geometry so we can give the wheel sizes over to 6AD so they can order that. We've got the front end coming apart at the moment. We've got the Ducati tank over there which we want to put in the bonnet and expose it so the carbon fibre bonnet goes around it. We're looking at using the original Ducati clocks with the ignition button from the Ducati. So ECU, wiring loom, clocks, engine of the bike married together with the car through this hunk of metal, tricked out engineering by Cassava Trikes in Peterborough. Literally up the road, had some amazing meetings with Steve and the guys there. I feel like I've been educated a lot. We're coming together with our partners. This is, I guess, 3 months to go. Stay tuned.
Okay, so I've spent pretty much most of my time inside the cab, inside this little Fiat. Obviously you can see the Ducati engine that we've got supported by the crane at the moment. Just logistics wise, how is this going to fit? Is it going to pivot more? Obviously, we also have to think of, it's one thing getting the engine in, getting obviously the running gear in, this, that and the other, but everything's got to be able to be maintained as well. So once Bruno does leave us, if he finds a new owner, etc., they're going to be able to change the spark plugs, change the oil, fill up the coolant, all of these sorts of things. So it's one thing being able to bolt it in and weld it in, it's being able to remove it as well. So far though, within the first 2 days, we've got pretty far ahead and we're quite excited about it. But again, it's a lot of brain power, it's a lot of spitballing ideas and stuff, and just trial and error.
It goes from this is happening to this ain't happening, this is happening, this ain't happening. And to try get, it's great in my mind, a tricycle rear axle and gearbox married to a Ducati engine, married to a Fiat 500. I can see now that whilst I'm really positive and, what's the word, optimistic, it's going to be an amazing fate of engineering. So don't forget, we've got the signed Carl Fogarty Ducati tank from the ST4S 996 engine, and we want to use that signature protected there, and I think we want to keep the red and the carbon fibre. And look at this for a fit, yeah? Imagine that. What if the carbon fibre bonnet was cut to expose that hump at the front? What if it exposed the hump and that came up? Like literally, how about he does that? I just thought of that literally live on air. This is how things happen. Right.
So basically, we've come up with a decision that we think the engine's got to go a little bit higher than we first thought. So we've just relieved a little bit more out of this rear wall here, and that's just going to allow us to lift the engine up. Still test fitting stages, but we made a bit more space. We might be able to get the engine where we want it. So we've repanelled near enough the whole car at the moment. Bruno started out, he was absolutely fantastic. He was such a nice classic old car. When we got to the sandblasting process and we sort of stripped the whole car back, we revealed a few issues, and some of them issues turned into bigger issues. For example, we knew we were going to do the rear quarter panels, front wings, and a few of the body panels, and it seemed like not the end of the world. But if you take a look inside the door, you can physically see now we've gone new outer sill, new inner sill, all new floor pans in. We even started replacing the tunnel here. The tunnel in the centre, this was actually okay, but if you can see this side is just a little bit different. So basically what we're doing, we've made that a little bit taller and a little bit wider. The plan for that is basically for the running gear, the electrics from the engine in the back, just giving us that little bit more room to channel everything through. So we've been restoring the body while modifying it at the same time. So yeah, it's been a big job.
My old boy in the garage, Kevin, been in motorsport since the 70s and golf courses too. He has got a vast amount of knowledge, and he's been invaluable in helping us fix some of the issues we're coming up against. We're now leaving Southport, and we're leaving Bruno in the capable, wonderful hands of Claire at Dip Monkey, the boss. Dan, all right? Hey. Good, yeah.
All good, baby.
Claire the boss. This is an amazing piece of engineering. This is the gearbox that's going to marry with the chain there going down to that lever down there. Sorry, cog. That cog will drive into here. This is the gearbox. And then that cog's lining up with the main cog, which drives the car and puts the power to the rear. But this here makes this, here we go, World War II joke for you all. It will have 5 forward gears, but when this clicks over, it'll have 5 gears in reverse as well. So it's like an Italian tank in World War II. People used to rib me for things like that when I was a kid, like, Italian tanks go backwards as fast as they go forwards. Yeah, well, whatever, this will too. So a massive thank you to our video sponsors, Car Vertical. Now, Car Vertical are essential if you're buying a car at any time. If you're buying a car and you want to ensure that the history of the car is all correct, whether that's the mileage, any history, crash damage history, fire, theft, any finance, everything on it, you will need to check out Car Vertical. Last week, I was taken out in my Mercedes GLC and that car has been written off. But if you were to be looking at purchasing my crash damage car, it will come up with all the photos. Let's run a check on a similar vehicle. Here is a GLC that's been in an accident, and as you can see from the report, it gives you all the photos, all the information. It gives you a mileage check, so you can see the mileage is straight, but the car has been accident damaged, and that gives you the pictures behind whether it's a Cat S or Cat N and why it was, so you can buy confidently. To run that check, it's nothing compared to the big purchase. So am I looking for a GLC replacement? Possibly. Will I run a Car Vertical check before I pick one up? Of course I will. So we've just traded in our Never Been stickers to Nürburgring stickers here at the shop, and from Southport to Bedfordshire to Nürburg, we're here on a special mission for Project Bruno. What the f are we doing?
This is crazy. Lotuses, Porsche 911 GT3 heaven,
RSMRs than we'd ever imagined seeing.
And we've come to get some parts for our Project Bruno.
Absolutely. So next stop is Auto Finesse, who have kindly accepted the parts in from our supplier in Italy. Unfortunately, they wouldn't ship to the UK because of Brexit. Thank you, Brexit. And here we are with the Lamborghini. Maybe we'll do a lap later. So the main reason for being here in Nürburg is Auto Finesse have our partners have partnered up with us, and the Italians would not ship to the UK, so we are now shipping to Auto Finesse, and it was kind of like a impromptu holiday.
It was in a way.
So we should have 2 side skirts. We've got
the roof skin.
Roof skin.
So that should be front and rear balance, I think.
Yeah. Right, this is interesting. So this will be moulded by Elite Carbon Composites to create a 675 LT style roof scoop hardtop for the classic Fiat 500, giving it that madness. But we need to buy this fiberglass one with all the mounting points, which fits in perfectly and clips in. And imagine, once we've created the mould, we could sell 675 LT roof scoops for the classic Fiat 500s everywhere in the world.
So what we've got here, that'll be the front balance for Bruno. That's going to be absolutely awesome.
Like, everyone thinks we're here because of the Nürburgring, but we're actually here because Auto Finesse now have a huge distribution hub for the whole of Europe here in Germany, so they can literally feed the demand.
I don't know about you, but I'm glad they've got a distribution hub here because we've managed to get our parts shipped in.
Brilliant. This is the distribution hub. Auto Finesse, bang, Europe.
Great.
Okay, it's green and we are go. This is the entry to the Nordschleife. Here we are, boys. We have got clutch.
Yes, in the Lamborghini.
So I am going to keep my right indicator on. We are doing a exhibition lap.
Sightseeing, I'm saying.
Yeah, we're here to do 21 kilometres of sightseeing. Oh, please get a photo of us. Yay!
Welcome to Green Hell. Oh my.
Oh my god, what a track!
We're only at 5k. Oh my god.
Doing a racetrack in the Lamborghini is just crazy anyway.
Yeah.
But doing the Nürburgring, this is the highlight of the last 24 hours.
In the wet.
Yes, there we go!
004, get him.
004. Into. Wow!
My.
I just can't believe the change in gradient. Clutch.
Please get up.
Here we go, boys. $75. 5th gear.
Come on, let's go.
80. We're on the straight.
Oh my
85.
god.
You ain't gonna come out on top of it.
When do we actually stop? So I would start braking. Look at the cones. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
In the middle of the road. That is how you do it.
So we're back at Dip Monkey. It's the beginning of July and we've got the end of this video is a massive update for all of you. So thanks for staying on and watching. We've got Corin here from SW Motorsports, and in the background these guys have been a massive, massive key. They're kind of like the glue that holds the whole project together, because Corin came up here about 6 weeks ago.
6 weeks ago, yeah.
3D scanned it for the roll cage. Bespoke, one-off roll cage for a one-off build. Mate, now we see it in, it's holding the bike cage for the engine, it's holding the Cassava trike rear axle. It's actually holding the whole car together.
Yeah, so it was, when I first came and looked at it, the guys were wanting sort of a rear half to the cage to try and mount everything together. I looked at it, I thought, 60s car, probably not the best of steel. Needed something to make sure that everything was tied in together, while making sure that everything was accessible, everything would work, be able to get the engine out, get the rear out. Brought the scanner down, had a little think with the guys, and came up with an idea. Ideas come to fruition, and
well, there's a hove of activity here today. As I said, we're beginning of July. We've got 6 weeks till the project needs to be finished. My job behind the scenes is PR and marketing, effectively make sure everybody knows that Project Bruno is going to SEMA this year, and we're in Battle of the Builders again. And SEMA, if you're watching, we're looking for the judges this time because we want you there to see Project Bruno in this beautiful little rustic garage, humble garage in Southport, England. This is a built in Britain project. Second year running, Petrolheadonism bringing everybody together. Talking exhaust routing, terminioni's. We've still got to work out where the radiators are going to go, where the exhausts are going to come out of. But at the moment, we're at a point where that big cassava rear end with the airlift performance is mounted there. And you're also doing a job for EBC Brakes where we're scanning for the brake system and things like that.
So I'll be able to scan, get that data, send it to them, and then from that they'll be able to check all the clearances and make sure that the brakes they design are going to fit.
I have no idea how this works. All I can see is little dots everything, which is giving them points of reference. And then you build this up in CAD and then fabricate it.
Best way to explain it is it's essentially a perfectly scaled 3D photograph is what it's taken. So from that I can pull it in, it's sort of a silhouette model, and then I can measure exactly from point to point. I can draw things within it. If I need to contour something, I can perfectly contour it to whatever shape it is. So if we were mounting something there, you know, I'm welding a mount on, you can make sure it was perfectly tight. So
this is Corin, SW Motorsports. Look at that face. That's his excited face.
I love this. I love it.
So everybody is here. We are 3-4 weeks after Nürburgring. We picked up these wings, side skirts, rear bumper, and it's all been moulded in brilliantly. Claire and Dan have been hashtag on it full time for the last 3 months. And Uncle Dave is here. There's Uncle Dave. And Uncle Dave has been welding and metaling and scraping and sewing and all sorts. He's been all on it to put Project Bruno together. We've got a custom binnacle, taking the 60s binnacle and having the lights put into that. We've got a centre console on our race ready, road legal Project Bruno. We have got the roll cage in from SW Motorsports. I will speak to them. And like when you look at Bruno has been to the gym and he's looking beefed up right now. So exciting. Kevin's here, who's obviously our old boy from the garage, helping us out. Uncle Dave, got Dan and Claire, obviously got Andy, who's been doing some amazing design work, 3D printing, light work. And then we've got Zian from Elite Carbon Composites, who's now here with a skin on the bonnet, the 600 LT roof scoop on the hard top, which will be full, you Americans love it, dry carbon, so it's hypercar levels of carbon fibre. We're getting the bonnet here and we're working through the process of having the 600 LT roof scoop as a bonnet scoop, because Americans love a bonnet cowl, but that's because the Ducati petrol tank is in there. These scoops going on the side here as well, carbon fibre, air intakes like this. That 600 LT theme is going throughout it. These are the blanks made already, so they'll be fitting in there like a window, and this will be the air intake, probably sitting a little bit prouder, just get that air gushing into the rear. We've got Plastics of Performance have come on board as well, who are making us polycarbonate race windows for the doors, the front screen, and polycarbonate firewall here behind the 2 front seats. We've got the 2 seats over here, which are not going to be red, they're going to be pretty epic. The Airlift UK tank has had some amazing paintwork done on it to emulate the 2 helmets that we have from Carl Fogarty. And we've got just some paint samples. Hit us in the comments. Which colour do you think it should be from all of these? Look at this. We're talking lowrider style on a 60s race car. It's bonkers. So that brings us to the conclusion of where we are so far, and Bruno is looking absolutely outstanding. Thank you to all our build partners listed in the blurb below. Thank you to everybody who's been involved so far. We are at the halfway mark, and in the next 6 weeks everything's going to change, and the next update we look forward to bringing you when the car's about to be shipped. Thank you for investing your time in Project Bruno, watching us, supporting us, and stay tuned. This is going to be bigger than the Corolla last year. Thank you.